WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. A Wcbi County killer will spend more than 3 decades in prison for killing his wife. Alan Bell must serve 33 years behind bars. Judge Jim Kitchens ordered Bell to serve every single day of that sentence. He pled guilty last year to second-degree murder. Bell told the court he killed Nikita Wilson because he thought she was cheating on him. Wilson's body was found on Butler Road in Wcbi County in August 2017. She was originally reported missing the month before by Choctaw Tribal Police. The sentencing puts closure on the criminal side of this case, but there will still be many difficult days ahead.
The District Attorney's Office is pleased that he received a lengthy sentence. We think it's appropriate for the nature of the crime. The family at this point has missed birthdays and Christmases and Thanksgiving and other important holidays for just the couple of years that it's been pending, but the sad reality is they're still going to miss their loved ones for every Christmas and every birthday.
Multiple agencies investigated the case, including the FBI, Wcbi County deputies, and the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation. Tupelo police make another arrest in a deadly shooting that is connected to a well-known rap duo. 20-year-old Travis Harris is charged with conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Tupelo police say Harris was arrested 2 weeks ago, but just released the information today. Investigators would not release what role Harris is accused of in the homicide of Floyd Sullivan on January 6. 19-year-old Michael Sullivan is charged with murder. He is the son of the 62-year-old victim. The shooting happened in the 500 block of Lumpkin Avenue. Michael Sullivan was admitted to a psychiatric facility before being charged. Floyd Sullivan is the stepfather of rappers Sway Lee and Slim Jimmy. The duo is better known as Ray Schwimmerd. Harris is being held without bond. The place where so many convicted prisoners end up remains in the spotlight. In Jackson today, family members of inmates joined activists with one goal in mind: to make a change in the state's prison system. Here's Linnea Lewis from Jackson.
Hundreds of people turned out for one of the biggest prison reform rallies in Jackson, and they say that this is just the beginning.
Demonstrators from Mississippi, Memphis, New York, all over came out to voice their concerns on the ongoing issues at Mississippi State Penitentiary at Parchman. Families spoke up about their loved ones who have unexpectedly died in Parchman. Others talked about the conditions inside the prison. They believe Governor Tate Reeves did not see everything on his recent visit to Parchman.
Oh, he didn't go in 29 because my husband's in 29. I got the first phone call from him after 30 days this morning. He ain't bathed in 30 days. They were using the bathroom in garbage bags.
Prominent hip-hop artists from the Magnolia State and other celebrities stepped in to talk about what they would like to see done. They want to see Parchman shut down.
Other rallies are planned in the state. Governor Tate Reeves visited the prison this week and has outlined what he says are the first steps to prison reform. In other news today, a judge who has served the First Circuit Court District for 13 years announces his retirement. James L. Roberts Jr. will retire on February 29th. Roberts is retiring due to health reasons. He has served as a circuit court judge since 2007. Over the course of his career, Roberts also served as a chancery judge and a Supreme Court justice. Dozens of Chickasaw County students make a pledge to live drug-free and make good choices. 49 students graduated from the DARE program at Holka Attendance Center today. The 12-week course focuses on building skills the students need to avoid involvement in drugs, gangs, and violence. The Chickasaw County Sheriff's Department sponsored the class.
It was great, but we learned all this stuff about tobacco and drug use, and just keep your calm and keep under peer pressure.
After the ceremony, the graduates got to meet and interact with Rex, the Chickasaw County Sheriff's Department's drug dog.
All quiet out there on our Friday evening in most locales. In downtown Columbus, we're looking okay. Tupelo, we've actually had some showers move on through, some light showers. Louisville, Mississippi, all quiet, and at Durham's Pharmacy in Vernon, all dark here on our Friday evening now that the sun is set. But we still have a few showers here in Monroe County, over into Marion County, Alabama, Itawamba County. These are fairly light, and they're moving pretty fast. So that's really about it on radar. Temperatures are in the 40s. We will continue going down through the 40s, likely bottoming out in the lower 30s tonight. And we'll go back up to around 50 or into the low 50s tomorrow. We'll go with about 51 degrees. A little bit of a brighter day for us, but more showers are in the forecast. We'll talk about that coming up.
Many Mississippians have their roots in farming. Agriculture is in the state is a billion-dollar industry, but some farmers, those with smaller operations, are struggling. That's why there's an effort to help rural farms. Our Stephanie Poole joins us live in the studio with that story. Stephanie.
Yes, Joey, whether it's cattle, forestry, or produce, it's important farmers have all the information they need to have a successful yield. That's why the Save Rural America Conference is sharing knowledge face-to-face. It doesn't take much to have a green thumb. Orlando Trainer is a president of the Limited Community Agriculture Cooperative. He works with the Save Rural America Conference to help people who are interested in farming and small business practices.
We're focused on what we call the small farmers, those who have $250,000 and less in activity. And so what we're trying to do, we're trying to connect them with opportunities, trying to connect them with information, trying to connect them with new procedures, new techniques, so they can enhance their enterprise and be more productive.
Trainer says the biggest misconception about farming is where to start a crop.
Living in Mississippi or in the South, there's not a shortage of land that can be utilized. And that's why this is so important. You have a lot of acreage that's in counties throughout Mississippi, county in Octavia County, and a lot of that property is not being utilized and it's not being managed. And when it's not being utilized and it's not being managed, it's not being put to its highest and best use.
Harvey Gordon of the Mississippi Minority Farmers Alliance says it's key to network with people who belong to different agricultural organizations.
The biggest misinformation or factors that farmers need to also always consider, and that is to make sure that they are aware of what the opportunities are available to them. We're seeing more and more farmers and more citizens taking advantage of these opportunities.
This type of event educates farmers on raising field crops, livestock, and crop preservation.
Crop insurance protects them from those natural disasters. We make sure that they have adequate insurance and understanding how that saves them, protects them, and give them opportunities to regroup, reorganize if there was something that happened that unexpected happened.
Overall, Trainer believes the conference will help people have a better understanding of farming practices.
And we're trying to do all we can with our partners to save rural America.
And the conference will wrap up in Okolona at the Mississippi Minority Farmers Alliance on Saturday.
The 81st Readiness Division breaks ground for a new Army Reserve Center in Starkville. The new center will replace the current Army Reserve facility on Highway 12, doubling the size of the previous building. It will cover 24,000 square feet with a price tag of a little more than $10 million. Having this resource allows the Army to better prepare soldiers, maintain equipment, and provide service to other units.
The Army Reserve has been a part of this community for almost 60 years. And this is the first time that we're building a new reserve center in this part of the state in that period of time. So we're excited about those possibilities of what the new center will bring.
It's going to be updated facilities and stuff, so that's going to be nice for us and stuff as far as having better capabilities, is coming in, getting the job done, and just a overall more comfortable work environment.
The building is scheduled to be completed later this year. How many people does it take to change a light bulb? Quite a few, in fact. Work on energy-saving LED streetlights begins Monday in Columbus. There are more than 4,000 streetlights in the city that will be changed from standard yellow to white LED lights. The project will take 3 to 4 months, and that's with workers managing about 1,000 lights each month. The cost to brighten things up is estimated to be around $3 million. But city officials say Columbus will save in the long run.
White light is more of what our eyes are built for. So it's, first of all, it's a safety issue. Second of all, it's going to be a big savings in ongoing electrical expenses. The LED lights use about 70% less electricity, and so that will save us many millions of dollars over the life of the fixtures.
changing to the new lights is expected to be completed by June. Well, we're hours away from the WCBI Bridal Showcase. Everything you need to know about planning a wedding is next. Andrea is live from the Trotter when WCBI News at 6 returns. Welcome back, everyone. Final preparations are underway for the annual WCBI Bridal Showcase. That's where we find our Andrea Self checking out the Trotter Convention Center in downtown Columbus. Andrea.
All right, well, Joey, the vendors, more than 40 of them, or almost 40 of them, are set up behind me here at the Trotter Convention Center, ready to greet all of our guests here tomorrow. Everything you need to plan the perfect day will be under one roof here at the Trotter Convention Center for our annual bridal showcase. Whether you're looking for photographers, someone to do your cake, beautiful dresses, all of that will be here tomorrow. And I'm standing on the stage now that will be the site, of course, of the fashion show, and our vendors who will be participating in that will be showing off beautiful bridal gowns, mother of the bride dresses. They'll also have flower girl dresses and something for the guys too, because we don't want to leave them out. So tuxedos for the men. And our co-worker Allie Martin and I are excited about hosting tomorrow's fashion show. Here he is now with one of our longtime participants in our bridal showcase.
Kay's Creations and Thomas Brothers Tuxedos will have a big space at the WCBI 2020 Bridal Showcase. Kay's Creations will be at the show with some of their most popular styles in bridal gowns, mother of the bride dresses, and bridesmaids dresses. Experts say there are some popular styles this season.
As far as wedding gowns, lace is very popular, a lot of lace. A lot of girls like simple things as well, so you can have a dress that's got a lot of lace or a lot of detail, and then you can have a dress that's just very plain and just as beautiful as the dresses that are very ornate. Sparkle fabric is a little popular this year. It kind of came out big in prom last year, so they've added it to wedding gowns for this year. It's just a layer of sparkle fabric, which makes some of your appliques and your motifs show up just a little bit more.
And don't forget the tuxedos for the groom and the groomsmen. You can go the traditional route or you can create your own style. But remember this, guys, the bride-to-be, your fiance, decides what you wear. It's her big day and she is always right. That's some good advice to remember from here on out.
She usually picks it out and she'll say, okay, I'll let him come and look, but she has it picked out before he gets here.
Margaret Long of Kay's Creation says while it is a lot of work preparing and setting up at the bridal showcase, it is a great opportunity for vendors and anyone planning a wedding.
And it gives us an opportunity to just speak with a customer, someone who doesn't really know about Kay's Creations and who we are and what we have. So it does give us an opportunity to just shake their hand and tell them a little bit about us, and hopefully tell them enough that they would want to come see us and shop with us.
Long also points out that Kay's Creations has a large inventory and can sell dresses and bridal gowns off the rack if a wedding is only a few months away. In Tupelo, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
Well, Allie and I are excited about seeing all of the brides and mother of the brides and maybe even some grooms here tomorrow at our bridal showcase. We're also excited about this, and this is hot off the press, brides. The grand prize tomorrow, I just found out, all of the brides will be put in a drawing for our grand prize tomorrow, which is a 3-day, 2-night stay to Gatlinburg, which will include vouchers to restaurants. There will also be tickets to Dollywood and lots of fun things to do in Gatlinburg. But you must be present to win, brides, in order to do that. Again, the doors will open at 10 o'clock tomorrow. The fashion show is at 12:15. We look forward to seeing you at our bridal showcase tomorrow here at the Trotter Convention Center. And Keith Gibson tells me the weather's going to be perfect for it, right? Back to you.
So, Andrea, the weather is looking pretty nice on Saturday. Now, we do have some low clouds across our region right now. These will tend to spiral out of here later tonight. We may see some clouds initially in the morning, but overall, a brighter day for us. Air temperatures in the lower 50s. Your full forecast for the weekend and beyond is next.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Some of you may be going down to the Gulf Coast this weekend. We're looking okay in Biloxi here and Gulf Shores and what have you there on Saturday, but the showers return on Sunday, and it looks like temperatures will be in the 50s. There will be some rain around down there for Sunday, and also around here as this next disturbance comes our way. So we'll squeeze in a dry day tomorrow, and then the clouds and the showers will return for the second part of the weekend. Here's a good thing for as we look at the thunderstorm energy for the next week, really suppressed to our south down to the Gulf of Mexico and beyond. So the threat of any active weather, severe weather, anything like that, really staying away from our region. Now today in Tupelo with our Alpha Insurance time lapse, you can see the clouds moving on through, a few light showers out there too. A bit of a gloomy day. These showers have been fairly isolated, very light, few and far between, moving away from us this evening. Temperatures currently in the low to mid 40s. We will gradually cool into the 30s later on tonight. The wind's still a bit up there in some locales. Other locations the wind has subsided, easy for me to say. And as the wind goes down, we may see some patchy fog later tonight if we do clear out. So that is something to be aware of. Now, assuming we see a little bit of that fog in the morning, that will gradually lift and we'll see temperatures get back into the upper 40s to lower 50s. So brighter day overall for our Saturday. You can see the clouds thinning out tonight. Let's hope that we see a lot of sun during the day tomorrow. Definitely by late morning into the afternoon, brighter skies here. The sun goes away Sunday. Showers return as we go throughout our Sunday afternoon, and a lot of that go away Sunday night. Now, the moisture potential here through Sunday, really, really low compared to what we have had. A quarter of an inch, maybe a half inch, but that's probably just about it. System number 1 is pulling away. Here comes that next one for your weekend. As we get into next week, there will be another one that looks like developing back across the high plains. That will scoot on through here Tuesday into Wednesday, and then we may see another one as we get into the end of next week right here. So having said all that, here's your AccuWeather 7-day forecast. We have a dry day tomorrow. Showers return Sunday. It looks like we are dry Monday, most of Tuesday, before we may see a little bit more rain, and then we're dry Thursday before some additional rain on Friday. Temperatures mainly in the 50s, lows in the 30s and 40s. Here's your forecast. The show continues with sports next.
Your WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
After going hard and competing against first-ranked South Carolina, Mississippi State looking sluggish in the following game to Vanderbilt Thursday night. For example, before the game in conference play, the Bulldogs averaging about 78 points per game, which works out to almost 20 points per quarter. Except for last night's game. State only scoring 7 points in the second quarter, although the Dogs led 31-30 at half. State's 15 third-quarter points put the team on upset watch as the doors pulled away. State flipping the switch come the fourth quarter. Offensively, sure, they put up 22 points. However, it was the Dogs switching to zone defense and forcing 8 turnovers, only allowing 2 points, that State was able to come away with the 68-52 win. Head coach Vic Schaefer saying after the game that he was proud that his team found a way to win on the road, regardless of starting out with the big hangover. The Bulldogs get back to action in rivalry-style Sunday, hosting Ole Miss in Starkville. 6 games into conference play, here's how the SEC standings are stacking up for the women so far. Right on top, you know who it is, #1 in the country and #1 in the Southeastern Conference, South Carolina. The only undefeated team remaining in conference play, 6-0. Right behind them, Mississippi State. The Dogs' only loss coming at the hands of that same South Carolina team earlier this week. The win against Vandy keeping the Bulldogs sitting pretty in second. And then you have Tennessee, Texas A&M, Kentucky closing out the top 5, followed by LSU, Arkansas, Georgia, Vanderbilt, and Florida for the top 10. And in the bottom 4, Missouri at number 11, then Alabama, Auburn, and in last place, ranked at number 14, Ole Miss. The Rebels have yet to find success in the SEC. Again, a difficult test for the Rebels, taking on Mississippi State on Sunday. The last time the Rebel women topped the Bulldogs, back in 2014. Tupelo native and former Itawamba AHS Indian Brian Dozier returning to his hometown, a 2019 World Series champion. Dozier spending this past season a second baseman in the Washington Nationals' run for the team's first World Series title. Dozier now finding himself in free agency, getting ready to find his next spot. The champ reflecting on his past season. Take a listen.
Last year was great. The World Series, all that is a dream come true. We had a phenomenal time. But the dust settles and you pick back up. I started training about a month ago, working back out, hitting, that kind of thing. I'm a free agent. I should sign somewhere in the next week or two, hopefully, and I still got a few teams to choose from. But then it's right around the corner. You start it back up again, but last year was great.
Two of the most monumental moments in any professional athlete's career, the day they are drafted and the day they decide to hang it up. After 16 NFL seasons, Ole Miss legend and New York's Giants quarterback Eli Manning announcing his retirement from the game of football. Manning will go out a two-time Super Bowl winner, winning MVP in both of his Super Bowl appearances. While at Ole Miss, Manning set 45 single-game season and career passing records and was the #1 overall pick in the 2004 NFL Draft. As to what went into his decision to hang it up, take a listen.
I think it was important to me to go out as a Giant, and I think when you get drafted and you come to an organization, I think that's always your goal, to stay with one organization your entire career.
We'll have more after the break.
We have a system just about every other day here. Dry, then some showers, dry, then some showers, highs in the 50s, but no winter weather problems, no severe weather problems.
Well, that is good news. Enjoy all of the sunshine tomorrow.
Yeah, it should be pretty good once that sun comes out.
Good day for the Bridal Showcase, too.
No problems getting there.
There you go. All right, thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Have a great night.